Hey guys, it is me again. Let's see what today is. Today is Saturday, July 16th. Like I said, day 197 on our Project Survey Board. Again, guys, it's good to be here tonight. I hope y'all are doing alright. I'm going to try to make this quick, as you guys know, usually on Saturday. I'm behind the 8 ball, so to speak. Got a lot to do, short time to do it, so but I am glad you guys are here, and I appreciate everything you guys do. Brother Woody, again, I wanted to tell you, so I know you said that you'd missed a couple of days of videos, so I hope you see this, but I do appreciate the emails that you sent me, the links, the link to the Ducati and the Crazy Viper bike, and the one with Kenny Roberts on the racetrack was probably the best one. I mean, I'm like you. I mean, Kenny, he really was. He was one of the all-time greats. Most people really don't realize that he was the first. He was not the first to do it, I'm sure, but he was the first motorcycle racer to popularize actually putting their knee down on the, on the track as they went around. He was the one that actually made that popular. I guess he was the first big time racer that done it, so it started catching on. Most people don't know that, but he was. That was a good video of him out there. The thing I like about that was, the guy following him was on 1198 Ducati, $20,000 to $30,000, modern masterpiece bike. And what tickled me was a 30-year-old two-stroke bike was outrunning that thing. I mean, which I'm sure Kenny's a better, but even though him 59 years old out there on the track, I'm sure he's a better rider than the other guy, but still that bike being that fast, really. Two strokes though, you can't beat them on two strokes. I mean, you can't. That's like my dirt bike is a KX 125, and most people laugh. 125 for a grown man. That KX 125 will outrun. I mean, there's only a few 4-strokes. You got to go to a big 4-stroke. You got to go to a 450 or bigger to outrun that bike. I mean, you just can't beat a 2-stroke the way they run it. But anyway, I just wanted to say that out to Brother Woody. He sent me a video of a link of King Kenny Roberts on the racetrack where they were having it in England there. They were having a motorcycle, like a big reunion deal. There was some footage of a guy behind him on a Ducati filming, seeing if he could keep up with him, and it was pretty cool. But Motorcycle News, MCN, I think, yeah, Motorcycle News. It's an English-based company. They've got a channel on YouTube. If any of you guys are into motorcycles, go to their channel and subscribe. They've got a lot of good videos. Well, let's see, guys. I guess that's about it. Oh, I did want to say one thing before I forget it. I want to ask you guys for prayer requests tonight. I was called this evening. Well, actually, I was out doing something, so they told Dad. I've told you guys about her before. She's actually our pastor that died. It's his mother. She's almost 90 years old. Her name's Esther. We just call her Granny, and everybody calls her Granny. Everybody in the church. So they had put her in the hospital today. She's having problems with her blood pressure. They can't keep it. It either goes up too high or down too low. Well, she's had that problem for a long time. I mean, it goes in and out. But she was hospitalized, I guess, a month or so ago for it, and they got it straightened out, and she got to go home. But this time I think they got her in ICU. So everybody just pray for her. I don't know a whole lot of details. Like me and Dad were talking, when you're in ICU, usually they won't let anybody visit you. I mean, they might let family in, but you know, even a lot of times they don't even want to let family in. So, so I've not been up there. So, you know, I don't know that much about it. But I just want to ask you guys to pray for her. Pray that the Lord will bring her through this, and because her family, you know, they've just been through so much in the last little bit. Everybody just pray for her. That the Lord will bring her back out of this. But anyway, guys, let's get in the important part tonight. And that is, of course, God's Word. I don't know if we'll get to do 10 verses tonight, but we'll see how many we can do. Continuing on in John chapter 5, verse 44. Here we go. How can ye believe which receive honor one of another, and seek not the honor that cometh from God only? Do not think that I will accuse you to the Father. There is one that accuseth you, even Moses, in whom you trust. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? Now let's go on to chapter 6 here. After these things, Jesus went over the Sea of Galilee, which is the Sea of Tiberias. And a great multitude followed him, because they saw his miracles which he did on them that were deceased. And Jesus went up into a mountain, and there he sat with his disciples. And the Passover, a feast of the Jews, was nigh. You know what, guys? I'm going to stop right there. That's about 8 or 9 verses. If I get into any of this other stuff, it's going to be breaking in kind of an odd spot, so we'll stop right there. Anyway, guys, like I always say, I'm glad you're here tonight. You guys are here tonight. You guys will see this in the morning. Just pray. Pray for me. Pray for my church. Pray for Granny. Like I said, make sure you pray for her. Pray for my family, my business. And let's just, you know, I heard the other day on Caleb, and I did think this was great. I don't know if you guys have heard it. I think the governor of Texas, make Brother Woody a little bit proud being in Texas. The governor of Texas has declared someday in August, I don't remember which day it is. You can probably get on the internet and find it. Like Texas's prayer day, and they're actually meeting in one of the big stadiums there. It's one of the ones that they play football in, I think. They're actually meeting. He's announcing it, trying to get everybody together to have prayer, to pray for Texas, to pray for this country. You know, I mean, he's realizing, you know, he's basically saying, you know, it's time that we realize what bad shape that our country's in. And it's because we're not going to God. It's because we've got away from God. So let's everybody get together and pray. And let's go ask God for forgiveness. And let's try to get his blessings back on this country again. So I thought that was great. I really did. So you guys can go do a little research on that if you want. But that is great. If all of our governors was like that, and more of our government officials, this country wouldn't be in the shape it's in. But let's just pray, guys, for this country, for Israel, and each other. So like I said, guys, thanks for being here. Good Lord willing, I'll be back here tomorrow night. Until I see you guys again. Good night, and God bless.